30 interesting facts you might not know about Harry Potter. Harry Potter was born one evening on a train with a 4-hour delay. Yes, Author J.K. Rowling got the idea of a young wizard boy going to his wizard school by a magical train while she herself was on a train waiting to get to her destination. In her mid-20s, she wrote 3 chapters of the novel, but then her life changed in ways she had never foreseen. It took her a long time to get back to writing.
As soon as I knew that people wrote books, they didn't just arrive, I don't know, out of nowhere, like plants, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
But once she did, she dedicated herself to writing. The result was a series of books initially intended for a young adult audience that suddenly turned into something larger than life, taking the whole world by storm. The wonderful storyteller that she is, J.K. Rowling had masterfully created an intricate world of wizardry, mystery, and hidden facts. Some of these facts everyone knows by now, but there are still a few facts that we believe even the most dedicated Harry Potter fans will find interesting. We have included 30 of these facts in this video, so keep watching.
You're sure? Better be Gryffindor!
1. Prior to the production of Harry Potter movie series, J.K. Rowling requested that the entire cast of the series be British. The only major exception was the casting of Vern Troyer as Griphook, the goblin employee of Grinnett's Wizard Bank in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
And does Mr. Harry Potter have his key?
Whose American accent was later dubbed over by the British actor Warwick Davis. If Troyer's name rings a bell, it's because he's the same actor who played Mini-Me in the Austin Powers film series.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
2. Harry's scar was applied to Daniel Radcliffe's forehead over 2,000 times during the filming of the entire series.
Wicked.
Had he gotten a tattoo, he would have done himself and everyone else a huge favor. No, just kidding. 3. Tom Felton originally auditioned for the roles of Harry Potter and Ronald Weasley, but the casting team thought he was more suited to play Draco Malfoy. One would think this quite disappointing, but he seemed to have gotten over it. 4. In the books, Dudley Dursley has blonde hair. The Dudley in the movies, however, it's a brunette. 5. Though J.K. Rowling invented the name Voldemort, it has real French origins. Vol means flight, de means of, and mort means death. Together they mean fly from death, which refers to how many times Lord Voldemort managed to come back from life. 6. Dumbledore is an Old English word for bumblebee. J.K. Rowling chose this name because Dumbledore walked around his office at Hogwarts humming to himself.
I've overlooked something that would explain why these terrible things have happened.
7. Lord Voldemort's wand is made of yew, which is a highly poisonous plant. Some believe it to have a great supernatural power, symbolizing death and rebirth, which reflects Voldemort's desire for immortality. 8. Tom Felton had not read any of the Harry Potter books before auditioning for the movie series. 9. The name Harry Potter is mentioned 80,956 times in the whole series.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter!
Not Harry Potter.
Potter!
Harry Potter!
Harry Potter's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
The fact that somebody actually put in the time to find out how many times the name was mentioned, that's dedication. 10. The infamous and terrifying Dementor's kiss represents the deep depression J.K. Rowling suffered from while writing Harry Potter books. She pulled deeply from her bitter life experiences and let her demons, her depression, and her sadness find their way into her books. 11. Jamie Whalen, who played Vincent Crabbe in the Harry Potter series, was cut from the cast for the final 2 movies after he was arrested for possession of cocaine. He was also sent to prison for 2 years for participating in the 2011 London riots. 12. To be faithful to the French origins of the name Voldemort, J.K. Rowling had intended for the T in the end to be silent, but it didn't come across in the book properly.
Because her love was more powerful than Voldemort.
Don't say his name.
I'm not afraid of the name, Professor.
13. The first movie, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, there is a scene where children are doing their homework at Hogwarts. In an attempt to make things more realistic, the producers asked the children to do their actual homework from their actual real-life schools.
About weeks ago, forbidden light reading.
This is light.
14. J.K. Rowling wrote 5 pages of words beginning with the letter Q before deciding upon the name Quidditch.
World Cup. Let the match begin.
15. During the filming of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the historic Duke Humphrey's library, which was used as the Hogwarts library, made a huge first exception in hundreds of years. You see, bringing flames into the library for any reason always been strictly forbidden. They let it slide just once in a scene where Harry Potter enters the restricted section to look for a book about Nicholas Flamel. 16. Hermione's name has a mythological Greek origin meaning messenger, which is apt for her constant delivery of knowledge to others.
Do you remember what Malfoy told you? The last time the chamber was open was
50 years ago. But that means
Tom Riddle was here at Hogwarts when it happened.
17. As many as 14 Fort Angelius were wrecked in the movie Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, in a scene where Ronald Weasley and Harry Potter crash into the Whomping Willow.
My wand. Look at my
18.
wand.
The driver and the conductor of the Magic Knight but are called Ernie and Stanley, respectively. They are named after J.K. Rowling's grandfathers. 19. In Greek mythology, there is a priestess named Cassandra, the daughter of the king Troy, who was given the gift of prophecy by the god Apollo. Cassandra was later cursed by a livid Apollo for refusing his romantic advances. For the rest of her days, Cassandra would utter true prophecies, but nobody would believe her. Professor Rowling's great-great-grandmother's name is Cassandra, a name wisely chosen.
Professor Trelawney.
He will return tonight.
Sorry?
20. In the book Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Professor Trelawney refused to sit down at the dinner table because there was already 12 people sitting around and she didn't want to be the 13th person, as she believed the number 13 to be an unlucky number. When 13 people dine together, she said, the first to rise will die. Unbeknownst to everyone, however, there were already 13 people at the table, as Ron had his pet rat, Scrabbers, aka Peter Pettigrew. Dumbledore is the first to rise and, as we all know, ends up dying later in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. 21. After the filming of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the costume designers had to sew shut the pockets of Tom Felton's wizard robes because he kept trying to sneak food onto set. In a later interview, Tom said that it was absolutely true. Wardrobe would put her hand in, he said, and it would be chocolate and sweets.
I don't know, I used to stuff a lot of chocolates and sweets inside the robe. And I remember they used to melt and they get stuck in there and then they shouted at me and they got sweets banned from set because of me.
22. Alan Rickman wore black contacts for his role as Professor Snape. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire director Mike Newell didn't know this, so he complimented the actor on his amazing eye color. Alan then proceeded to surprise him by popping out his eye contacts right before his eyes.
Let him chill him out.
23. The movie Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix was actually 3 hours long, and 45 minutes of it had to be trimmed out.
By which time I shall be gone, and you shall be dead.
24. Ronald Weasley's Petronius is Jack Russell Terrier, known for chasing offers. It just so happens that Hermione Granger's Patronus is an otter. In ancient Rome, Petronius was a man who gave assistance and protection to another person.
Lily. Always.
25. In the fifth novel, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the code to enter the Ministry of Magic is 62442. On an old-school mobile phone, this number spells out M-A-G-I-C. Magic. 26. Over 40 kittens were brought on the set of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix for a kitten photo shoot to be featured on the dishes in an Umbridge office. They were all adopted after the filming. 27. Harry Melling almost lost his role as Dudley Dursley, as he had lost so much weight before returning to his role in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 that he no longer fit the description of a heavy-set character. However, the producers decided to put him in a fat suit instead of recasting him. 28. Hero finds Tiffin, who played 11-year-old Tom Riddle in the movie Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, is actually related to Ralph Fiennes, who played Lord Voldemort. 29. During the rehearsals of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in January 2009, Daniel Radcliffe's stunt double, David Holmes, was flung against a wall by an explosion and broke his neck. Sadly, he was paralyzed from the waist down. He is now the host of the podcast Cunning Stunts. 30. The Christmas gifts Harry was given by the Dursley somehow represents the Deathly Hallows. You see, they gave him a 50-pence piece in the first year, which represents the Resurrection Stone. In his second year, Harry received a toothpick, a representation of the Elder Wand. In the fourth year, the Dursleys sent Harry a tissue, which represents the Invisibility Cloak. Combined, these gifts from the Deathly Hallows.
Together they make the Deathly Hallows. Together, they make one Master of Death.
This might just be a fan theory, but considering the details J.K. Rowling put into the books, nothing seems too improbable or far-fetched. So, were there any facts of what Harry Potter fans out there hadn't heard before? Sound off below and let us know if there are other fun facts we have missed.